I've hit record. We're live. Well, we're not live. We're recording. I guess that's kind of. Maybe we should just restart. Fuck it. We're here. We're doing it. We're recording it. Hi, everybody.
If my arrows get recorded, so do yours.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, it wasn't. It was just really bad timing last session, but that's okay. That's all right. Hello. Welcome to Not Your Normal Millennials. I'm Brody. This is Justin.
Hey.
This is Mike.
Hello.
He's here on time, and here's Amanda.
Hello.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure Michael
I'm
gets turned down.
I'm not asleep this time.
Yeah, you know what? Truthfully, we're a little late recording this podcast because the three of us slept in. Justin, I'm really sorry. I woke up because I'm trying to get on my schedule for work. I woke up at 3 in the morning my time because that's the time I wake up for work. And it was like 11 o'clock and I said, you know what? I'm going for a bed. I'm going to bed, so fuck this. And I went for a nap and woke up at 1. So.
Well, next time we'll pick an actual time, and as opposed to the in the air time that we had before.
Yeah, I think the in the air time worked though. I think everybody's happy.
It's more just a concrete thing.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what we did is we slept in today. And discussed something. Yeah, Justin didn't. But that's okay.
I mean, I guess I slept in, but I wake up at.
Yeah, but you weren't late for the podcast because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
4 a.m. otherwise.
Yeah.
Obviously, Justin is the old man of the group.
Yeah.
Listen, I woke up at 3 in the morning. All right, I don't want to hear it. Anyway.
I went to
Old
bed
men
at
don't
3
wake up
o'clock
at 3 in the morning.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I gotta get up for a carpool, so I wake up at 3 in the morning and I'm out of my house by like 4:30.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to do that.
Well, that's what I had.
It.
Well,
I
it's
hated it every single day.
It's different because it's a set thing, right? Like if I wasn't I have to be there for 6:30, but we have to pick up 3 other people and then drive in the winter, 40 plus minutes to work on the highway. So it takes some time. Needless to say. So that's what I do is I wake up at 3. But man, I don't want to talk about spoilers. But are you all caught up on WandaVision, Amanda?
Yes, I am.
What
yes,
the
I am.
fuck?
Oh
what the fuck
God.
happened in the last episode?
God.
Holy shit!
I was watching it yesterday, and when it got to the end, I was like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I saw like as soon as the doorbell rang, I was like, oh, here it is.
God.
My dad didn't know who it was. We were watching. No, we were watching the TV show, and he's like, "Who's that? Doesn't he have this?" I'm like, "No, Dad, that's a complete opposite character." Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird. It still blows my mind that this show is supposed to tie into Doctor Strange, and now I don't know how they're gonna tie into it, and now it's weird.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
A lot happened in a short period of time.
And it was like 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes that shit went down. It was that episode was crazy. Watch it. Watch the TV show. It blew my fucking mind.
It's worth it. A lot of TV shows like that, normally they're not worth it, but that is worth it. That show is worth the watch.
Not only because it has the mom from that 70s show in it, it has this big event, and you're like, oh wow, okay.
Yep.
That and Vision's back. Vision's just generally a great character. I'm peeking a little bit. That's alright. It's my weird speech patterns, which you've all grown to love. Which, by the way, I'm super thankful that you can all put up with me in chat sometimes, because man, I listen to myself talk when I do the recording. I'm like, really, I sound like that? That's how I pronounce that? Really? No wonder people fucking hate me.
Oh, don't worry, we hate you too.
I know, I know. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if it makes you feel any better, I think the exact same thing about myself when I hear myself talking.
Like, for me it sounds different, but I got braces in high school when I already finished developing my speech pattern, and it fucked me over. I got really nasally, I think. It sounds nasally to me. That's what I think it sounds like. So if you're ever worried about your self-esteem, just know everybody sounds differently than what they actually thought they did.
Yep. Way more different.
I could agree.
But yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where I was watching it and I was like, man, I'm actually surprised they could put up with me for this much.
Oh, trust me, if we
Wow.
couldn't, we wouldn't be here right now.
No, I don't blame you. And you know what? There are some friends who couldn't. So, hey. Anyway, man, we have been. It's been a somewhat busy week. Fuck, there's not really a whole bunch of shit to talk about. But there are a few things we could talk about. One of the things we could talk about that I think we should talk about. Hang on a second, I'm just double checking my notes. Is that apparently we're supposed to get a Pokemon Direct this month.
Nice.
Apparently we're supposed to.
It's a leak. Yeah, there's this guy who every time he leaks something on Twitter, it comes true. Except for once, which was kind of close. He kind of fucked it up. But the fact that everything he's leaked so far has come through is pretty believable. But they're going to. He said that they're going to do a Pokemon Direct this month because there is some things that needs to be discussed for the Pokemon community for this year. Like we don't know when I think it's 2 games. 2 games are getting their release date still. Like we don't know when they're being released, and we're also supposed to get. Again, everybody's wondering about the Diamond and Pearl remakes, which I mean,
I'm still not. I would love it, but it's not happening.
listen, but it is totally happening because the amount of people who are asking for it is ridiculous. Like they'll make it eventually.
How many years?
I
have
just
they been asking
don't
for
know how long. Well, I mean, like to be fair, Nintendo has released games that we've asked for before for like 10 years straight. Like we just got new Pokemon Snap. It's been 20 years, right?
it? Yeah.
So it's going to happen. I just don't know if it's going to happen this year. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because there's also there's that Pokemon MOBA that they announced
That's what I mean.
last
We
year
don't
they
have
haven't
a date
touched.
for that. We don't have a date for Pokemon Snap. At least they haven't announced a date for Pokemon Snap.
We haven't seen anything of the Detective Pikachu too.
Yeah, that's what they have a lot of stuff they're supposed to address this year, and usually if they come out August, November, February is about the time they do it. So the leak adds up.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see something for Zelda, like a Zelda focused direct in the next coming month because of that 35th anniversary.
Yep. Oh, and they also have a new song that they made with, I think...
Katy Perry.
Yeah, Katy Perry, thank you. I was going to say it, and then I was like, is that the right one?
What song?
I don't know, but they're making a song with Katy Perry. Because they did a song with a famous Japanese band that I can't play on the podcast, obviously. But it's a decent music video. And everybody's like, well, you did one with, them. You should do one with a Western artist. I'm like, okay. So they teamed up with Katy Perry for their anniversary. So
Cool. Yeah.
I'll have to keep an eye open for that.
yeah. So, other than that, not a whole terribly much.
No, honestly,
they're
this is very little.
they're remaking the Boondocks.
Oh, really?
I thought it was just they were continuing. I thought.
No, I think they're either gonna continue it or they're going to make a new one. I don't know exactly what's going on. I do know that the one actor died.
Yeah, the grandfather.
Yeah, he died, and apparently they mistreated him on set a lot. I don't know. This is rumors from his son, so I don't know. So there's like a little bit of controversy there. Not that that's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about that because it's just allegations, right? Like I haven't seen any evidence. It's just his words. I don't know if he was there. Yeah.
They delayed the reboot until later this year.
Don't blame him. It's COVID. Do you also know that's let me look it up. Let me grab it because I want to talk about this too. Because Michael's. Ow. Okay, there's gonna be a sound that plays in the It's gonna play in the podcast. I can't believe that just played. My phone went off. Apparently Sony is trying to buy the anime industry. Did you hear about that?
I know
Yeah.
they bought, I think, because they own Funimation,
Huh?
and I think they just bought out or brought under Crunchyroll to try and kind of bring it under an umbrella.
Yeah. They want, which I think might suck for Crunchyroll because there's a lot of companies that probably won't stick around.
No.
But I thought that was an interesting little story. That they would move on from video games after releasing the PS5, which is doing very well. Surprisingly,
If you can
despite
get it.
if you can get it.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that they probably would have sold more by now. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen just like a whole influence, like a whole dump of it. I don't know what they're waiting for.
It's because they're, from what I'm assuming, just because REB games just can't get a lot in. Is they're trying to get the big centers done, like overstocked, but it's not working.
Yeah, it's kind of it's been fucking with me a little bit that they would do that, and everybody wants one. Like the Xbox Series X, I haven't seen much of in the news. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the PS5 is winning it right now.
Oh, it's
I
because
won't know until they release their yearly quarter, but I'm pretty sure the PS5 is winning.
the Series X is kind of, since it's made in America, and America's going in and out of shutdowns and in and out of other things. It's just like factories are just not working.
Yeah. I mean, my factory is working, but we're essential, so. But yeah, I think they're winning. If they would sell more, they would be dominating, but they're just winning right now.
I mean, it also doesn't help with Xbox. If you got basically a mid to high or a mid high PC, you can just play half the games on there because that's their kind of goal, is the PB to PC on an Xbox if you want for all their stuff.
Yeah, it's there. I should say all of the good ones are on PC anyway.
There's only one game that I wish was on PC, but I've got REB games bring whenever they get a used Xbox One S, which is like the smaller version of the last gen console. I've got the rare replay just because I want to play Banjo Kazooie again.
Man, you know what else is really annoying about the Xbox Series X? Did you see? We talked briefly about this, but it's like a super big issue still. You saw the videos of the people blowing their vape smoke into the Xbox, and then saying that it caught on fire. Remember that?
Yes.
Fuck, I remember that. God, that was so weird. Like I saw photos of it, and I was like, really? I think like it looked like a car was on fire, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure if my computer died, it wouldn't smoke like that. So I doubted Xbox.
If anything you have, electronics wise, is doing that, fucking unplug that thing and toss it out the fucking window.
Yeah.
So that thing's about to explode.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
holy shit.
yeah, it was fucking weird. And they just stood I mean, people are stupid, so I mean, you know, if they wanna take photos of it and be like, but my Xbox is on fire and look, I took a photo of it. Hey, go for it, I guess. But yeah.
Let's blow vegetable oil into our Xbox, because that's not going to harm it at all.
No. God. Yeah, well, whatever. I just...
People tend to be stupid.
Let them do it. Or it could get on the
Being
internet. Yeah.
So I've let you guys down. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I didn't play the new maps for Deep Rock Galactic at all.
Oh well.
I didn't.
Neither have I.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of waiting. I want to see what they do if there's any bugs with them. I don't really want it to be ruined by some bullshit because I've lost so many experiences to shit like that, where I join something day one at launch and I'm like, oh, it's broken, or oh, it's not ready yet, and I end up waiting 6 hours and like it's just not fucking worth it.
Oh, that brings me up to the early access of Stormblood. Let's have this one quest that's an instance, but let's have it like 30 minutes into the story.
Yeah, literally people making goddamn lines and then waiting for like 12 hours to get into it. Which then, if you failed, means you went to the back of the line.
Wow. Yeah, it's you know, early access stuff like that where you're like, no, I don't like it.
At least Square Enix has learned, and now they don't put any of that stuff early on.
I wouldn't.
And they had a second one later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, yeah, it was
An hour after, yeah, with Pippin.
yeah, it was half an hour later, the same thing, and so it's like, you guys are just double whammy.
And a lot of people got stuck there too.
I think, yeah, one night I did the one, did a few attempts of the other one, went, screwed, I'm going to bed, woke up, got through the second one, and was like, thank God I'm out of there and can enjoy this now.
Yeah. I was lucky and not hardcore enough where I was like, oh, it's not working. All right, I'm getting off. And then I like didn't play for like 2 days, and then I'm like, okay, and I got back in and just did it.
Yeah.
No issues.
That's how you do it. Good job.
I mean,
up.
like, I don't know. It's just a video game.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with video games, but Critical Role. I am, ever since I said that it was what I was waiting for to happen for 121 episodes, I think I said it was. I am still waiting for that to happen. Shit keeps getting in the way. I'm waiting for the 124th episode to come out, and I'm hoping that it happens then because I am slowly losing my goddamn mind.
For Critical Role?
Have they not?
Yeah, season 2.
Stuff?
No, they have.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having issues getting over. I'm having issues getting over the storyline I thought I would like, the Jester storyline. I'm still on the island. I can't get past it. There's just something there that I'm just like, all right, this is stupid now. Like I thought this was gonna be like a 1 session thing, but now it's like 10, and now I'm bored. I'm bored of the idea. It's no longer funny for me. I don't know what it is.
Getting through it is worth it. It is so worth it. I can't spoil anything, but it is worth it.
I got past the fight, and they're at the part where they've set up the festival and they're having it, and I'm like, no. Because now it's just boring, right? It's gotten to the point where it's a little stale. Like I would rather watch anything else than fucking sit through that. I'm gonna get through it one day. I'm just kind of stuck waiting for it.
It is worth it. But yeah, I am still waiting for this very specific thing to happen between two characters, and I'm just like, God damn it! This has been set up 3 to 4 episodes ago. Please.
That's what I mean. They drag it on though, like just continuously.
It's not even that, because they get so close to that happening, and then something comes up with something else, like a character from almost the beginning of the episode comes out of nowhere, and it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Just stop.
Yeah.
It's driving me nuts.
It's weird. That's why I'm having issues getting over it. Like getting over that one episode. I'll get over it eventually. Justin, have you played Noida yet?
Played what? Sorry.
Noita Noida. It's a Terraria Risk of Rain thing, I guess, is what people are comparing it to.
No, I haven't.
No.
I think I've seen a little bit on it, but I'm not, I'm not willing to pay the price like $22, $23 for a game like that. So no, I have not.
Okay. I've been watching videos on it. I think it's kind of neat. It really does, like, it has a huge world. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on for it. and you'll be fucking around, and then they'll like say for example you go to the overworld. And you're just fucking around, and then out of nowhere, these giant eye demons show up, and your whole world just gets corrupted, and you have to beat them all. It's weird, man.
Dungeon crawler roguelike difficulty action.
Oh, difficulty is right.
Well, I mean that word normally makes me like stuff, so. I mean, watching the videos, I'm just on their Steam page. It looks not too bad. I'm kind of confused.
So you play a wizard, yeah?
Yeah.
So you play a wizard, and you load into the world, and there are like 400 spells you can learn, and then you can enhance each of those spells with 600 different upgrades, but it's roguelike, so when you die, you reset.
It sort of just looks like you fuck around in the world until you're dead.
Yeah, it's basically what it looks like. There are bosses, but the creator has not released any form of walkthrough whatsoever. So the amount of bosses that are currently in the game, everybody's like, well, I found one. And then somebody's like, okay, well, I found this one. So apparently there's like a ton of bosses in the game that we don't know about. It's really great. Everybody's in there just exploring.
I mean,
you
it's
can
got a 95%
to put it into perspective, by 600 different ways, you can cast a spell, right, that you get at the start of the game that's like saying like an electric explosion, and the entire world is breakable. You can break the wall, the ceiling, any pit of thing you can dig a giant hole through. And so let's say you get that, and then you get a certain upgrade from this vendor guy, which you walk into a portal for, which is very Risk of Rain like, I know. You get the ability to turn that lightning spell into conjuring a swarm of lightning ducks that will then come out of your wand and start attacking everything. But then you're like, you know what? I not only do I want that, I want the ability to have these ducks explode as well. So you go ahead and you buy that upgrade as well, and you put that on the same little wand. And then you go, you know what? Fuck the whole explosive lightning ducks idea. Let's just get this one spell that shoots a giant Kamehameha wave, and then let's make it ducks.
I like, I'm watching one of the things, and literally in like the first like minute of the video, this guy kicks a torch into a bunch of mushrooms, and they just explode.
Yeah, you could die to anything. There's so much you can interact with. I'm contemplating buying it. I'm not gonna lie.
If it goes on sale, maybe.
I've been waiting for it.
I'm not paying $20.
It's one of those things where I think it's in early access, right?
It's just 1.0.
Yeah.
It is,
If it's 1 point, I'm just waiting to see if there's anything else. Like if that's all it is, like he just made the game like that, and there's no updates. I don't know if I'm into it. But.
Well, at least based on the things, like I said, I know I am not willing to pay the full price, but I mean, if it goes on for half price, maybe.
Yeah, if it goes on sale, I'll definitely pick it up for sure. But I'm just contemplating, like I said, if I know they're gonna update it and add more content to it for like the next year or whatever, I'll pay the full $22.
I would like sort of as nice as sort of like the open world-esque sort of thing seems. I'm sort of that one of I'll get bored and lost, and then go, okay, fuck this, and I'll stop playing the game.
But that's what I'm saying, right? So he added this difficulty meter to it, which you said that you liked. But essentially, the difficulty is you spawn into the world. There's no tutorial. You're like, all right, here's your wand. Here's your 3 random spells, and then you dive in, and immediately things start trying to kill you, and that's the game. Is you try and survive and find these bosses. Because you can beat the game. Nobody's done it yet, right? This game's been out for like 4 months and nobody's beat the game yet because there's no tutorial. He hasn't told you what to do at all. And that to me is kind of appealing. I'm like, I like that he hasn't told us anything about it.
Yeah, if I get lost for too long in a game, I stop playing.
Yeah.
I get bored. I'm like, okay, well, if you're not gonna, like, if there's no way I can deal with this shit, then I'm just gonna stop playing. So
like
I don't know. I'll give it a shot.
I'm gonna find out
later.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out if I like it or not, and let you guys know. I'm surprised Josh hasn't seen it because it's like right up his fucking alley. Considering it's like 700 hours in the Risk of Rain 2.
Yeah, well, to be completely honest, Josh would just get bored and stop.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know where to go. I'm getting angry, and then it just stop playing.
But but again, to me, I'm like, well, does it matter if you know where you're gonna go? If you're just gonna turn everything into ducks anyway, I don't really think it matters. I think you just load in and go.
Josh. I mean, like I said, I'll get if I get
ducks.
Yeah. If I'm just fucking around, that's great. That's fun. But if I'm trying to like actually progress and I can't, then, and I mean, like, obviously in this sort of game, it doesn't seem like there's a quote unquote progression sort of thing. So yeah.
Lightning duck scoper.
I can tell just from the sounds of it that I would get in and try, and I would give up. It'd almost be exactly like when I tried playing Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, Justin.
Oh yeah. And you just like couldn't freaking do anything. Yeah.
It wasn't registering that I was jumping, and it pissed me off because I had to jump across this gap.
Yeah. I remember that. That was funny.
Hooray!
I put a game.
I don't know. I didn't play that game either.
I think they're on my Steam list. I think they're on my wish list, but I don't know.
It's on Steam. It's a good game to play. It's when you know what you're doing in the game, it's easy. Unless your laptop decides, oh, you hit the space to jump. I didn't hear that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a bunch of games on my wish list. I still need to get the Back for Blood. I need to actually buy that still, or pre-order that. But I still have loads of time for that.
Yeah, June.
Enjoy.
Yeah, I have absolutely loads of time.
I'm just glad I actually have a free summer this year.
Oh.
Well, because I was expecting the Final Fantasy expansion to drop then, but
Oh, I see.
going to be in fall, so it's probably going to be September, October.
Oh, yeah. No, I got all my stuff I'm waiting for. Actually, surprisingly, like, almost everything I'm waiting for is either, like, unannounced actual times or, like, within the next, like, 4 months. So I got Back for Blood, we got Monster Hunter, we got Outriders.
Yeah, it's like March. Everything likes to come out in March because it's the physical year for most Eastern developers.
Yeah, I want to see when Warhammer 40,000 Darktide comes out too, because I mean it just says 2021, which that's fine. Honestly, even if they like make it to like 2022, I don't really care. I'll wait. I'd rather wait for a good game than play a shitty game.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
But like, I have so much stuff that's coming out that's just like, oh come on, you're gonna make me play like 5 games at once. Maybe if hopefully Outriders is good because I want to play that demo really bad.
We shall keep our fingers crossed.
I mean, it looks like it's gonna be decent.
3-player game. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Because it's a nice refresh on the
looter shooter genre.
Looter shooter with RPG element kind of stuff.
I still don't like those games.
Depends. There's a lot of really bad ones.
You know what? I got to rant about something real quick, and I hate that I have to rant about it. So, you know how the Pokemon community had all of these bigger YouTubers starting to open Pokemon boxes? And they got into like this big kerfuffle with them. They're like, duh, why did Jake Paul, it's Jake Paul, right? I always get them confused because I don't watch them. And they're brothers. It's like me and my brother. People get the two of us confused all the time. No, it was Logan Paul. It was Logan Paul. Logan Paul opened the Pokemon box, right? With original 151 Vinny. And everybody got really mad because they're like, why is a big YouTuber opening what we do? Why is he's stealing our views? I'm like, well, you know, his fans weren't going to come and watch you anyway.
Yeah.
But now, and I this is the hypocritical part for me, right? I have seen about 4 or 5 of these quote-unquote popular PokeTubers who play Pokemon start playing Minecraft. And I'm like, alright, listen. You legit just complained about everybody else doing something they weren't supposed to be doing in your mind, and now you're gonna start playing Minecraft. I'm just saying, it's a little hypocritical that you would start doing that now.
It's
and
just
not
the way
like,
people are.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it,
It
man.
sucks.
I just don't get it. I just don't get why they're gonna complain about people like Logan Paul's opening a box of cards and mispricing a fucking Charizard or whatever, and then starting to play Minecraft because they need the views. I'm like, that's the thing though. Everybody needs views to survive on this platform, and everybody's gonna show up and complain about who did what and start fights and benefit from the drama or whatever. It just doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
That's
It just,
if you think
you
about it,
already
that's
said it.
human nature. That's just human nature at its
Oh my god,
worst.
this is taking away from me. It's a bad thing. Oh, I'm taking away from somebody else. Ah, fuck it.
To be fair,
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
all
You're just
about
complaining.
worrying about just yourself. I think the only person in life who could really worry about you is you. But at the same time, if you're gonna complain about fucking somebody over and then you fuck somebody over, man, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't know who started playing Minecraft first. I get
Nobody.
that, but I mean at the same time, they don't really have a lot to play right now. These PokeTubers, they've done the DLC and they've like done as many. They hated Sword and Shield. Most of their community hated Sword and Shield. There were a few that still did it, like Austin John Plays and a few other people who still did it. But there were a couple of the older ones, I think, and I think it was like Shofu and stuff, who like at day one called the game trash on his Twitch channel. Like he hated it from the start, but then he still played it, and he played it and he played it and played it. I made a whole series about it, but he hated it for the entire series. I'm like, man, you obviously are just playing this because you know your fans are gonna watch it.
Well, yeah. There's so many people out there where it's like, I'm gonna grow up to be a YouTuber. It's like, or like, even like being a YouTuber. Like, you have to. You have to go with that shit. Otherwise, what happens to your channel? It goes away.
I get that part.
You have to play what's popular.
I 110% get why he played it. But if you're not gonna have fun with it,
why do it?
yeah, why do it? That's
Yeah,
like I get
agree.
that. You know what I mean? Like even Wooly, who got really famous off of Risk Rain, has said in his Twitch chat, he's like, "There's no point in him making more tutorials right now because there's nothing to make tutorials on."
Yeah.
There is, but he doesn't know if they're going to be worth it, right? So now he said he's going to look for a different game, or he's going to hope and pray that Hapu makes more announcements, right?
He's doing Gunfire, and he's just waiting for March, because March is when the new update comes out.
Exactly.
The last free update, and then...
See, you don't have to just... But at the same time, like,
whatever the thing was.
you got to do what you got to do, right? Like, you got to just try... You know, I mean, we have a podcast, and we're not that famous, which is fine, but...
Not famous. Man, that's even overstating it at that point. Holy shit.
I mean, you know what?
Nobody fucking watches this.
My mom does.
Oh, well. Okay.
Hi.
My mom says I'm cool.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, she does. She likes listening to us. I think it's because she misses me.
Oh yeah. Hi, Mom.
There's
Hi.
not only is there a new Godzilla anime, at least there's a new Godzilla anime. There's a Pacific Rim anime as well.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
I didn't even like Pacific Rim, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I didn't either. But
I didn't even watch the second one.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
tried
there's a
watching
second
it.
one.
Yeah.
That's how out of
Yeah.
it I am. I don't even give a shit about that.
I think it came out like literally the summer before the pandemic.
So I got a
Okay, I
wild
can't remember.
theory to throw at you, Justin, if you're willing to listen to it. So you know how everybody says Mecha Godzilla's in the next movie?
Which hopefully is not. But
I think
nonetheless,
we're getting our first look at Mecha King Ghidorah. Because there's this one image that everybody shared from the trailer that has like the bottom lower half of a monster, right? And they're like, look, it's mechanized, it's charging up. I'm like, man, one tall, and I get that Godzilla looks the same way, but King Ghidorah and Godzilla have the same bottom half. Have you noticed? Except for the tail.
Yeah, they do.
They just
do.
don't. They
They
have a
don't have
different tail.
arms.
But all
Yeah.
we see is 2 legs and a lower torso. No tail, no fucking arms, no legs, no fucking heads. And I'm like, man, that could 100% pass as Mecha King Ghidorah. Because remind me if I'm wrong, but Mecha King Ghidorah is made by the humans, right?
I think
Because the aliens
so.
see that they
it
did that.
depends on which one.
Because
there's two of them.
there's two, but they
Yeah.
made the first one, and then the aliens, quote unquote. By the way, there's aliens in Godzilla. It's lore. Saw that they did that, and they're like, well, shit, let's just make a Mecha Godzilla, because they made Mecha Godzilla, right? And then they sent it to Earth. That's the thing, because I remember watching the one movie where Mecha Godzilla fights King Caesar and Godzilla at the same time, which is still one of my favorite Godzilla movies.
So apparently, Mecha King Ghidorah was created by the Futurians, which are like terrorists. They
From the
claim
future.
to come. They claim they've come to save Japan, but they're just terrorists who want to destroy it. That's who created the original Mecha King Ghidorah.
Okay. But I mean, you could
thought it
see
was the-
I could see them passing up creating Mecha Godzilla or Mecha King Ghidorah, but I do know that Mecha Godzilla was invented by the aliens, because that was like a point in the video games too, is they sent that fucking thing to fight Godzilla because they've been trying to kill it.
Yep.
One type of Mecha Godzilla which was created by humans.
Yeah.
And there was one Mecha Godzilla that was created by the aliens because they've been trying to take over Earth for however long or kill it or whatever, and Godzilla keeps screwing
Dude, he's
up. So
king
like,
of Earth.
"Fine,
And then because
Yeah.
it's the one they make. It's the one the aliens make and send to Earth because like this one will kill Godzilla. And then King Caesar shows up and they're like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Because they sent it to the wrong island, and King Caesar's like, whoa, now hang on a second, you're not allowed in my territory. And then I think it's the movie where I think, because we saw King Caesar once, but it's the movie where they reveal that King Caesar can absorb the electronic blast from Mechagodzilla and shoot it back in that weird gem thing. Do you remember? Because he wears the bone crown with the red gem in it, and then he shoots shit like Godzilla and King Ghidorah's lasers back at him.
I'm trying to remember, but that's just not coming to mind really.
No, but that's what he does. You can, if you Google the fight that he has with Godzilla and Mechagodzilla, both Godzilla and Mechagodzilla shoot him with like their laser beams, and he absorbs them through the gem, kind of like magic, I guess is the best way to describe it. And then he shoots it back at the two of them. And then when you see that, you're like, oh hey, look, there's the Pokemon music video I was talking about. Then that shows up, and you're like, oh okay. And you're like, fuck, that was really cool.
I googled
console.
Mecha King Ghidorah, and there was a Google thing which is, will Mecha King Ghidorah be in Godzilla versus King Kong? And there's a thing called Screen Rant, and it says Mecha Godzilla will appear in Godzilla.
Okay,
versus
but Screen Rant is always wrong. It's never right. Screen Rant is a trash website.
I know,
alright?
but it's just a news platform. That's literally all it is. But it's just that was like the first thing that popped up. Was like, oh my god, he will be back, and it's like, no, you're on a like. No.
I mean, sure, maybe in 10 plus years that the franchise is still alive.
Yeah.
So this talk with Godzilla actually also ties into the online D&D campaign that I
Did you
was
fight Godzilla?
playing yesterday. No, at the end
That'd be great.
we were fighting a bunch of Algazic, and then we got back to the Wood Elf town, and we were enjoying a celebration. And all of a sudden, there's a huge explosion on the opposite side of the island.
Nice.
And the DM's like, I'm gonna post a video in chat, just listen to it, and that's what you hear. And he posted Godzilla the Ultimate Roar.
Oh my god,
Nice.
is it the
And he's
one?
like,
It's the
"Yeah,
one
except-"
from. Yeah, no, I know what that is.
From 2014.
Yeah.
He's like, instead of just hearing the one, you hear like 3 to 4 different.
It's the one where he shows
And
up.
I'm like, oh.
It's funny because it's the one where he shows up to fight the female Muda after she like sees the guy, and he holds that scream for like 13 seconds or some bullshit, and you're like, holy fuck,
It's
Godzilla.
way too fucking long.
Take a breath, Godzilla. God damn.
Yeah,
It's
when
not
the
even
DM
that
said
great
that,
of
I
a
was,
roar.
oh.
That's
Fuck, it's
funny.
actually, I think it's my favorite war. I think the reincarnation
it
is
could be
pretty good.
worse, but
You know what is my favorite war of all time? I really like the Monster versus King Ghidorah scream. They really nailed the King Ghidorah sound. The one part where it's on the volcano and it does the 3.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh my fucking god, that was an orgasm and a sound effect. Can I rewind this movie?
They really know what they're doing.
Can I rewind this movie in the movie theater just to hear that sound effect again? God damn!
Yeah.
They also did Rodan pretty good. And they sampled the original Mothra because it didn't need to be changed at all.
Yeah. Yep.
It didn't need to be changed at all.
It was great. It was great. But yeah, when the DM said that, I was like, oh, okay.
I love Godzilla.
Well, yeah, now our group gets to. We were already on the run for our life, and now we're on the run for our life, even more so.
You know what else I really like? Their little attention to detail. Like for example, did you notice how Godzilla crawled onto the ship like a fucking lizard? When he went to fight when he went to fight King Kong on the naval base. Don't ask me how 2 large creatures are standing on a floating naval base in the middle of the ocean. I don't know what that face is made out of, but it's movie magic. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, movie.
Yeah, that's
The script
that would not have
anyway
held their weight.
They're fucking.
In real life.
They're sitting there, and he crawls onto the ship, which is super lizard-like. Because if you've ever seen a lizard crawl onto like a rock or something where you have to like put your upper body weight, it crawls like that. And I watched that, I was like, man, that's some great attention to detail. And then he roars, and you're like, yeah, it's the original Godzilla Monsterverse roar. And then King Kong just comes out of nowhere and fucking sucker punches him, and you're like, oh, the war is over. Oh. Oh.
You almost sounded like the kid from Shrek. Do the roar.
Do the roar. Do the roar.
Do the roar.
I was like, you said the roar was over, and that's immediately what my brain went to was.
But that's what it was, and I don't know. And the attention to detail is there is King Kong, because if you remember in Monsterverse, he ignored quote unquote ignored both King Ghidorah and Godzilla's like call to battle or whatever it was, where they met up in Boston or wherever. And then they fought, right? And there was no King Kong, and everybody's like, why is that? And I'm like, I'm assuming it's because King Kong just doesn't give a fuck. And I feel like this is the trailer where we see it, right?
I have my island, you don't care. Or I don't care about you.
They the thing is though, is like in Godzilla, he screams at the Mutas and the Mutas stop, right? And then the Mutas scream at him and he's like, alright, fuck you then, right? And then you see in King of Monsters, him and King Ghidorah yell at each other. Fucking him and Rodan have a moment. Him and Mothra have a moment. Like, everybody yells at each other. King Kong doesn't actually stop when any of the other monsters in his movie yell at him. I feel like he just doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's like, yeah, alright. Shut up. And he's like, I don't care. I'm a monkey.
You're so loud.
I am monkey.
Man, to be fair, humans do that too. Like a creature makes a sound at us, and we don't just stand there like, "Oh, that was cool." We're fucking out of there.
Yeah.
we're it's fight or flight. As soon as that sound starts, we're fucking on. Yeah, we're like, oh, okay, we're out of here. See you later.
Bye.
And this is a sound you haven't heard before. Like, and I feel like as soon as he did that, King Kong's like, "Nah, fuck this." Because because in the trailer they definitely show off King Kong looking at Godzilla in distance, like, "Oh fuck." What is that? And then he calls him out of the water. That's my favorite scene. He yells at him once, and then Godzilla comes out of the water. Fuck. Get out that water. Hi. I'm out.
I won. It's like, what?
Man, if you guys haven't, go watch the Black Nerd Comedies review of the trailer, because he makes some great jokes. Get out that water. Alright, I'm out.
No.
It's fucking
You're
phenomenal.
not my dad.
Godzilla makes you jump, jump, jump.
Oh, God.
King Kong is really human in this movie. Just saying.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Honestly, my like feed for quite a while, like for the first like 2 weeks after that, was just like a million like theory videos, and I'm like, I don't care. I want to watch the movie.
Man, I've been
There we go.
I rewatched the MonsterVerse and like all the movies in it just because I own them on Amazon, right? So it's like, well, I'm gonna watch them, and we'll probably buy it on when it comes on HBO Max and watch it on Discord because they're gonna put it online on HBO Max. There are some dumb videos though on the internet. Did you see that everybody thinks Destroy is gonna show up?
Man, if they do like
listen. Kong's help is needed in this movie. It's very obvious because they wouldn't throw King Kong in this movie unless he was ready to help Godzilla at some point in time. But
how about before we all start introducing everything else, how about we let these two develop first, and then the next movie we fill in, like, I guess because everyone on the internet wants like a billion. I mean, I'd love to.
Did you know there's a roadmap?
Are you serious?
There is.
That's fucking stupid.
There is. They released it at Comic-Con. Let me find it because they. Godzilla, Kong Skull Islands, Godzilla King the Monster, Godzilla versus King Kong, Mothra, Rodan, King Kong. They blurred one out, but I know exactly what one they blurred out. I'm gonna talk about that one here in a second. Then after it goes, The Return of Mothra, Godzilla and Monster Island. I can't read that one. They fucked up the wording on this one. Hang on a second. It's Anguirus, Return of the King. Muto. Apparently the Mutos are getting a fucking movie. Can you believe that? Rodan. And then Destroy All Monsters Part 1 and Destroy All Monsters Part 2 is what they announced on a roadmap at Comic-Con. Okay. They did awesome. A Destroy All Monsters. So I'm like, well, if they have a Destroy All Monsters, then, they're probably going to have all monsters in this movie-verse.
I would love that.
But we do get another Godzilla. We get 2 more Godzilla movies. And they do want to do more King Kong movies. I feel like they left him off the roadmap on purpose. Because I don't feel like they would spoil this one movie. Although then again, I don't know. One of the movies are called Godzilla Returns. So maybe he does lose in this movie and then comes back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly, and I don't care who wins or loses, really. It's more just, for me, it's just the fact I just want it to be good. Just please give me a good American-made Godzilla movie, please. That's all I want.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Get the okay, we gotta talk about this Wayfair advertisement. You know what just showed up my screen again?
Mm-hmm.
The $379 stump of wood.
Oh yeah,
it's back. It's back. Yeah. Wayfair is sending $379 stumps of wood. The fuck. Anyway, I feel like King Kong's gonna win. I'm gonna put my money on King Kong. I gotta say it.
Yeah.
Because I have one big theory for that. All right. In this movie, they refer to him as Kong, not King Kong. Kong. Yeah. Right. He's not a king. To them, he's not a king. And how else do you become a king other than defeating another king, right? It's got to be something like that. I get that they're shortening it because in the movie they said Zilla once, but that was the joke character. He called Godzilla Zilla because he's the comedic character, right? He's like, all right,
because Zilla's Zilla and not Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, who cares? But then they kept calling this one Kong, and they did that in the last movie too. They called him Kong, but they referred to he's king around here, so the natives called him King Kong, and so did the dude on the island. I can't remember the character name. And I'm like, all right. But then everybody else calls him Kong, and I don't know why. Because they know he's King Kong, right? But all of these characters and stuff are after, in the movie after King of the Monsters. So I don't know, man. It's weird.
I know I've said this many times already, even in other ones, but we're gonna have to see.
We're gonna have to see. But I think I'm putting money.
As much as we can speculate, like I feel like either I do kind of agree Kong might win.
I feel like I want to
feel like
say.
it also might be to the point where it might be a kind of like a tie. Maybe.
But the other
like,
thing
they're both
too.
kind of like, okay, we're done here, and they kind of like with the original movie where like King Kong, or sorry, Godzilla won. I say in like massive quotations because he was the like King Kong left. But like either way, they both got the shit kicked out of them, and they both ended up going to sleep for a long fucking time.
Godzilla ate a tree.
Yeah, but he still won.
I got the GIF in chat.
I
He fucking ate a tree. Anyway,
can you imagine being the actual guy in the suit, and then there's just a fucking tree that gets shoved in there?
No, I couldn't.
Oh my god! But
one hell of a way to get paid.
Yeah, seriously.
I really think I just think King Kong's gonna win, dude. I don't know what it is.
I love that gif because you just see the Godzilla's actors just arms flail even more.
Yeah, he's like they're like flailing inside, and he was like, oh god, there's a tree in my throat.
Yeah, fuck. I just think he's gonna win because Godzilla doesn't have Mothra right now, although apparently she's still alive. That wasn't spoiled. That's not spoilers, by the way. That was in the end credits of the Monsterverse. They found more Mothra eggs.
Yep.
It's an actual sentence in the end credits. So Mothra's still alive, but he doesn't have Mothra right now, and he didn't go that fucking.
Mothra with the other one.
Well, he didn't go burning Godzilla. He went burning Godzilla in Monsterverse, but now I don't know if he is. And everybody's like, "Oh, but he could do this." I'm like, well, no. He can't.
But did he know he could do it?
But he can't really just do that out of nowhere, right? He can't.
No.
Yeah,
he can't really just be like, you know what, fuck you, I'm gonna nuke the city now. That's not how it worked. You have to hit him with the nuke and dump fucking Mothra dust on him, apparently.
Yeah.
To get to the burning Godzilla. I don't know.
Yep.
So no.
Nuclear rage Godzilla.
I don't know. And then we see the two fights, like the two very distinct fights in the trailer, and I think it looks like the end of Act 1, start of Act 2, on to the start of Act 3 is where they've done it, which means that, no, we haven't seen Act 2 at all. And in the trailer, they address that something's pissing off Godzilla. And I'm like, I'm just wonder if maybe Godzilla's like, alright, you know what? I'm just sick and tired of being the king, right? Like, you guys are just fucking with the too much stuff. Like, they blew up his home. They fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this Godzilla is the keeper of peace. So,
You woke up this big evil.
I'm still kind of irritated. I would love, because my first introduction to Godzilla was destroying Godzilla, like evil Godzilla, quote unquote. You know, fuck humanity. You know, you guys are screwing with
that was the first one I saw too.
Fucking, what are you doing? I'm gonna kill you all to help save the planet. Like,
my theory,
rage and shit.
My theory is that, you know how in the movies Godzilla's a kid, and I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but Godzilla has a kid, right? Baby Godzilla.
Yep.
Baby, yeah.
I feel like the humans might have taken Baby Godzilla in this movie, because we have been introduced to an evil group that isn't Monarch, right? And they have a Twitter account now, and they're releasing top secret videos. I'm like, see, man, I think they took Baby Godzilla because there would be no other reason.
Good reason for them to.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It would be a great reason for Godzilla to show up and start murdering everybody.
And then if they do at the end of Kong, all they do is just in like an after, like maybe a credit scene or something like that. They shoot like. Sorry.
Like if Kong wins.
Roar.
They if Kong wins,
in the back they have like his kid like, crying sort of thing, like the roar of like.
Or even better yet, have King Kong find the egg. You know what I mean?
Or even have him find the kid.
Have King Kong find the kid and be like, oh my god, that's why he was mad.
Yeah.
And then see, that would be way better.
Yeah. Okay.
See, that would be.
Have him. Okay, to put it in with like King Kong wins, but then he finds we'll say on the way back or whatever, he finds the kid like on an island or something like that, like trapped by like the evil people.
He takes it back into the Hollow Earth because apparently we're going into this.
And he he like saves the kid.
There you go.
And like takes him away, and then like Godzilla's still gonna be pissed off at him because he's took his kid, but like. he's gonna like find his kid, like the next movie or whatever. He'll find the kid and like reunite them or whatever, and King Kong's just gonna like leave or whatever and go, here you go, have fun, see you later.
Yeah.
Here's a kid.
But I could see it. I could see some. The humans had to have done something to piss off Godzilla.
Yeah, but I want destroying Godzilla. I don't want, as much as I like Defender of the Earth Godzilla.
Peacekeeper.
He wasn't really. I don't think in the movie he's not really the defender of Earth, right? The Mutas are an invasive species. We know this already.
Yeah.
Godzilla, it's kind of his territory, and anytime you see an invasive species show up to a territory, that species is fought.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, and when they fight, they fight.
Yeah.
But my favorite part is in King of Monsters. King Ghidorah is an alpha, and Godzilla is an alpha. So I'm like, he's not really saving humanity as much as he's just doing what he would do, right?
Yeah, he's defending his territory.
Did you see? Okay, so they released the trailer in Japan, by the way, for Godzilla vs. King Kong. Sorry, I just remembered it. And there's 2 scenes that we didn't get to see in our trailer. And they showed it on YouTube. There's a scene, and I shit you not, I wish I was lying, that kind of felt a little comedic to me. Godzilla slaps King Kong in the scene. Like, he full-handedly, he crawls onto the ship, he gets punched, and then we cut away to him getting fucking slapped hard by everybody. And then we have another scene of him, of a better scene of Godzilla fucking throwing down laser beams onto people in the city, which I think is great.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what else? Hey, we're on an hour, so we're probably gonna go ahead and end here. I linked the slap video.
Yeah, I just saw it.
I just
That's
watched
great.
it.
It's a slap. Like, you can't not unsee it.
Yeah, it's
He gets punched in that scene,
Get off my boat.
and then Godzilla comes off and he's like, "Man, fuck you, get out of here." Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for listening into our podcast. Sorry it was a little boring this week. There wasn't much to talk about, but good luck and stay safe.
Wear a mask.
Yep.